Yo, welcome everybody. Blitz Cup is back. Well, Blitz Cup is almost here actually, but the fall season is back. And it's going to be big, guys. We're in top 8 now for the North American server. What's up, Ominous? Woo woo. Welcome to the stream, Kamau. Hello, hello. Forgot NA had streams. Well, hello, guys. Yes. I believe, the only person streaming English today, actually. I don't think Drills is doing it. It's just me. And then Robert streaming in Spanish. So that's actually how it's going to be today. And I will be following Leverage, something that I put in the Discord announcement that I made, but I don't think I made it part of the title or anything like that. No, I didn't. So, yeah, we're going to be following Leverage today. I'll pull everything up in just a moment. I am configuring a couple of things last second here. Pickle first, nice. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Alright, here we go. We're all good. Yay, Tech! Thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate you. 8 months. Holy cow, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hello. Yes, looks like the notifications are on for the time being. That's totally cool. Okay, here we are, guys. We're good to go. We're just going to get right to looking at what we're watching today. So, this giant thing, don't be afraid of it. There's a lot of games. This is the entire round robin. So, for the first group of round robin, how round robin works, every team in the top 8 is going to play every other team twice. So there will be 2 round robins. So in the first round robin, there's 7 tours because each team is playing 7 games because they're playing the other 7 teams. So for today, we're going to be watching tours 1 and 2. We're going to be following Leverage's perspective. We're going to start with Leverage versus Ponda. We're going to then move to Leverage versus Elevate. At the same time, all of these other games are going on, so while we watch Leverage play Ponda, Purple will be playing Apex, Straight Elevate, and then Joker versus Origin. So big set right away here. 2 of the teams that are most favored are already playing each other on the very first day. And then we'll be watching these sets here. Those will be in about an hour from when the first one starts. So these ones are starting right at 9 Eastern. These ones are starting at like 10:04 or something like that, just to give a little bit of time. So that is what we are going to be watching today. If we wanted to take a look, I guess, briefly at what the leaderboards are like, these don't really matter anymore, but this is the top 8. So Joker, who ended up edging out just barely at the end of the tournament, getting the highest win rate. So they got the best seed, although I don't know if seeding matters in top 8 at all because, you know, you play everybody. But Joker, Origin, Ponda, Leverage, Apex, Purple, Straight, Elev, all of these teams are your top 8, so we will be watching them today. The other teams, the ones that made top 16, E-Girl, Anbu, Venti, Rival, Poker, Chump, Nox, and Fates. And then this is your top 32. I'm not going to go through it, and the reason I'm not going to go through it is because, for one, it shows everybody, so it doesn't just show top 32. But also, not every team signed up for the top 32 tournament, and we can go ahead and take a look at that as we switch to our in-game lay here. What's up, Pickle? Austin's here. CMX, welcome everybody. Oh my. But yeah, if we look at the tournament, so we will be watching Professional. Challengers is top 16, but if we look at the lower echelon, only there's 16 teams that could make it. It's the teams that are just outside of top 16 but have made it to top 32, but only 7 of them have signed up. So that's going to be a thing. I don't know if these are even going to be streamed. I don't even know if Challengers will be streamed, and maybe the Grand Finals will be. We'll see. But yeah, that's the status of the tournament right now. We will be watching Leverage versus Ponda as our first set, and we can go ahead and take a look at both of those teams. So, starting off with Leverage, these are your 2-time champion, but have not won a Blitz Cup yet. So last Blitz Cup, Joker were your champions, and Leverage, who was purple at the time, finished in 4th. Then they split off, and then after the fall season, we had Winter, and Leverage won Winter, and then they also won Spring as well, so they got 2 in a row. Then for the summer here, we did see Joker win again, so Leverage, they did get 2nd place, and they're looking to fight their way back for another championship here to get themselves 3 championships. They're captained by 707. Other core players are Ranger, I Am Light, Breakable Heaven. Those are the players that have been here the longest, and Darktronics. Looks like they've made a few additions to the team as well. Kool-Aid joined a little bit way through. Their newest addition is Cora, who came from the Pramo team when the Pramo split up. And they also have Playmaker and Vano as well, who I don't recognize, but I'm guessing those are both EU players. I'm pretty sure Playmaker sounds like it's an EU name. Mercury, you can watch today. Perfect. Perfect. Good to have you, man. The prediction in 5 minutes, if you don't mind making it. Or prediction for 9:03 Eastern. But yeah, so that is your Leverage team. And then we will be watching Ponda, who barely made it to top 8 last season. They actually played in the tiebreaker, the last chance tournament, actually. Fighting their way through the last chance where they were tied with a few other teams. Made it all the way to top 8 last season. They didn't make top 4, unfortunately. But this season they are looking to make another top. They're looking to fight back to a top 4 spot. And they're a very strong team. They were actually second place for most of the tournament. I think they dropped down to third in terms of win rate. Maybe it was fourth. I don't remember which one it is. But they're a very strong team. Borderline top 4 contenders. They're in third place right now, but that doesn't matter. That was just for the qualifier. Led by Pagman, Pafalupi, and Jta. I know those guys have been in the team for a while. Sherman as well. And I don't know everybody on the team. I know Steven's a recent addition because he split from the Pramo team. And I don't know everybody here very well, but I know that they've got a solid core, and they are looking to compete today with Leverage. And this will be an interesting first set. So if you guys have your predictions in, I expect it's going to be a lot closer than y'all might think. This is going to be a really good set. So we're going to go on in. Ponda on the left and Leverage on the right. Okay, so I have to get that set up. Ponda on the left. Leverage on the right. Sorry, you guys probably heard that, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and wait until there's 3 minutes in the training room, and then we can go ahead and ready on up. And you stream in English. Nice. Good day. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, y'all, if this is your first time here, feel free to drop a follow. I am going to be streaming all of the tournaments in English here for top 8 for the North American server. Hopefully we'll be able to do top 4 as well. Still not 100% sure exactly what's going to go on there, but we're supposed to get information this week about that. But I will be covering the entirety of top 8, and that's going to be played today and tomorrow for sure. I don't have the rest of the dates on hand. I can go ahead and pull those up really quickly, but we can join the training room, and here we go. Ponda versus Leverage. The first map is going to be Castilla, which I think is a pretty fun map. It tends to be a little bit passive typically when it's played in pubs, and in competitive you can certainly see that as well, but I only think that only adds to bring tension and excitement to these games. As it gets really close, sometimes it can be decided on a last second kill, or just the ticking up of the capture points forces one team to make a push, and I think those can be pretty exciting. So I'm a big fan of the Castilla map, especially for competitive. So yes, it's going to be a fun time. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the schedule really quickly, see if I can pull it up. So yes, so today I am streaming, and tomorrow I am streaming as well. So the 14th and the 15th. Then the 16th we're taking a break, then we're going to be back with the 17th and 18th. Then another break on the 19th. We may stream the 19th because that is the grand finals for the top 16 stage. Then we'll be back the 20th and 21st, all of them 9 p.m. Eastern. So that is how things are looking right now for the tournament schedule. So, yes, there you guys go. Looks like right away we're going to be seeing a tank that we haven't seen a whole lot of this competitive season, and that is the newly buffed T110E5. That tank got significant buff not only in getting PBR and looking beautiful, but it also got a pretty solid buff to the upper plate. I believe it went from around 140 millimeters thick to like 210. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if the side armor got buffed or if it got buffed in a patch before, but the tank's got some pretty solid armor, and even though it did lose its premium consumable, which was the improved acceleration, the super speed boost as is colloquially called, I suppose, it's still a very strong pick, and I expect to see a couple of those here and there throughout the tournament. So Ponda is going to run one of those, as well as 2 T100s. On Castilla, I'm not surprised. It's a very rotational map, typically played pretty spread out because it's pretty viable both to get the A base and a C base, and in fact having presence in both of those areas makes it a lot easier to play. So that is what Ponda is going to be running, double T100 LTs, and then 4 types. Of course, we have seen lots of types this season. There's real no need to explain those. But Leverage actually busting out a bunch of crons here. Double cron 4 types as well. So they are going to be busting out those Krons. Know that a lot of people have been questioning whether or not the Kron is viable in the meta, but Leverage is looking to assure everybody that it is. That the Kron Von's a strong tank. It has been used successfully by plenty of other teams as well. And then 4 types and 1 T100 LT, so Ponda will have the light tank advantage, but whether or not that's an actual advantage in terms of the fight, that remains to be seen. And here we are, we're going to start. This is a best of 7, by the way. I don't think I made that clear. So we are going to be watching at minimum 4 games today per match. And hopefully we're going to be watching more than that. I'd love to see some tiebreakers each way, but it is what it is. Sometimes the games are close, sometimes they aren't. But here we are, guys. Game number 1, Ponda versus Leverage. Take 2 this, guys. I am very happy, of course, that Wargaming, they did, for a while, make it so I can fly really high up on some maps. It seems like I can't really fly super high up on this map anymore, and it is tall enough so that I can get above the church area, but that's totally fine. Looks like Leverage is committing very strongly towards the C side of the map. They're going to be putting 707 really aggressively in the little ramp that you can sometimes use in pubs, get a little bit aggressive. They're going to step right into the base with 2 Type 71s. Yep, they're going to stop right there. Nope. Darktronic's going to run right through, and 13 going to grab the base. And Ponda looking for some resets here. They're not going to get any, though. They're mostly headed towards the A side. The shot does get put into Skips, who went for a reset there. Looks like the Kron Vons were set up on top of C to see if they can put any suppressing fire in. Leverage does manage to grab a cap early on. Ponda will grab a base in the meantime, but of course they are down on the points. They are going to have to fight back for it. And it looks like Leverage may be setting up a little bit of a trap in their own spawn. Or in Ponda's own spawn, that is. They've got 3 tanks here. Actually, Ranger is going to rotate on back. And it looks like we see a sneaky little T100 LT spot all the way up here. Did he have to get boosted to go up here? I didn't quite see it. Must be a tricky spot to land, even if not boosted. But Vano getting spotted actually all the way up there, so he tried to go for some sneaky spots in this position. Bouncing a shot from the T100 LT, he knows what his general direction is, but doesn't exactly know what's going on. So now Leverage has the base advantage. I'm sure they're very happy right now because Leverage's playstyle tends to be very slow. They usually like to get up on the points and then set up a very solid defense, and oftentimes it's very hard to crack. Of course, they are good at pushing when they need to. Their mechanics are top tier. You would expect no less from 2-time champion team. But that's not their main playstyle. Their goal isn't usually to try to fight back last minute. It's usually to see if they can grab an early lead and then punish. Now Vano getting shot here. Looks like that was a blind shot from Pafalupi perhaps. Vano doesn't seem to be spotted, but he does take one. Going to back off now. Look at that beautiful camo on the tank, by the way. I think it looks really nice. Beautiful. It's like another shot going into I Am Light here. He's using his own spawn's ramp. Getting one in from the T100 LT. Leverage does have the hit point advantage, though, because they only have 1 T100 LT as opposed to Ponda having 2. Ponda will need to make a move soon. Caps are at 500 or so for Team Leverage. You don't want to make it wait too long, because if you do so, you risk just losing a tank and all of a sudden it's over. As opposed to if you lose a tank and you push a little bit earlier, sometimes you're able to pick up 2 in the meantime. But it does look like they have something planned. They've got those 2 tanks in their own spawn. They know that there's a little bit of a defense there. They did put that shot into Vano. Market Man going for those sneaky spots that the T100 LT can do from this position here. Also 707 still lit as well. And Ponda seems to be maybe splitting themselves half and half here because they've got 3 tanks close to their own spawn, but they're also putting 4 in closer to the enemy here. I Am Light spotted. Ooh, Skips does take another hit here. 707 with another sneaky shot. Jta seems to be spotted as well. They haven't lit anything over on this side of the map, though, so they don't exactly know where Leverage is. Skips taking another shot. Getting blood, that time by Darktronics. He's going to have to fall back, and that's a weakness right away for Team Ponda. Cap's getting closer and closer. They're about to reach 700. And we do need to see a move sometime soon. Looks like Apple gets spotted here. So does Jta. Leverage does know that there's plenty of Ponda tanks over here. They're going to make a rotation. It seems like Vano's going to rotate all the way back around. Playmaker as well. Ranger getting himself out of there. Good decision. Don't want to receive a push with a T100 LT. It seems that Market Man also gets spotted all the way over on the other side. So Leverage knows that Ponda's a little bit split here. How are they going to make the push, though? Looks like Apple and Jta are both rushing in. They're about to receive some enemy shots, though. There's N13. There's Playmaker putting some big shots into Ponda. Leverage, who hasn't taken a single shot of damage in a good few minutes now, are up by nearly 3,000 hit points, and it's going to be increasingly difficult for Ponda to make a play here. They're going to do so through their own spawn now, but Leverage is already prepared for that as well. Darktronics going to spot, and Ranger going to put in some shots from behind. And Pafalupi's taken a few big hits already. This is all a ploy, though. Skip's going to get himself right into the base, but Light's ready to reset. 707 coming in from the side, and Skips is already a one-shot. Playmaker may be able to pick up the kill, though. He does. Now all of a sudden it's 900 points here for Leverage. And Light, who's looking a little bit low himself, but in no real danger of being pushed at the moment. There's no one right around him, and Ponda's continuing to push through the middle here. See if they can maybe get a stop on the C base. That would be their biggest play right now, but Apple's taking lots of bleeds here. Sherman's going to go take a few as well as he gets into the B base. Looks like Ponda's going to try to make a play on 707 here, getting Market Man around him. Sherman going from the same angle. I feel like going from a different angle would be wise here. But both of those tanks are going to suffer. It looks like Apple and Jta both getting into the base as well. But Pafalupi goes down. It's now at 996 points. They're going to have to get something to stop here, and they don't do it. Leverage going to be taking game number 1 there on points. A failed push there from Ponda. Leverage is really good at receiving it. Of course, that's how they like to play. Get the early cap lead, hold on to it for a win, and their defense was immaculate. Ranger getting some really nice spots in their own spawn, seeing when Jta, Steven, and Apple were all pushing in. And then from there, they were able to bring their Kronvons back, receive the push, also having their own, I think it was Darktronics, who was in the Type 71 in the enemy spawn, spotting the tanks there and stopping that push. And Ponda did seem like they had a little bit of something at the end, but it wasn't quite enough. And Leverage going to be taking that. They are now up 1-0. Again, best of 7, so still plenty of games to be played, but a 1-0 advantage for Leverage. Always nice to have. And here we are going to see 2 T125s coming out from Leverage, so it looks like they are believers in the tank as well. One of them for Ponda last game, and it didn't quite work out perfectly, but they're going to keep it. Running 2 T100s again. I did see that, they were able to make a play towards the end of the game. I just don't think that they executed properly. I think that if they played a little bit better, maybe surrounded the Type in the B base a little bit better instead of both going around the same way and then ended up getting stuck on each other, I think that could have worked out a little bit better. But Ponda looking to equalize this one here. They have the south spawn now. And Leverage going to be busting out 2 Krons again, so they've got mostly the same lineup. Just going to be swapping 2 of those Type 71s for E5s, which does make me wonder what the purpose of having those E5s in will be as opposed to another type. They've obviously got a plan to use the E5 in a certain way, and we'll have to take a look at what that is. Ponda has busted out 2 Krons of their own, so they seem to be believers. They've actually gotten rid of all 4 of their types, putting in 2 Krons, a 6 TTP, and an IS-7. So an interesting composition here for Team Ponda. Anyway, here we're going to go. Game number 2, Leverage versus Ponda. And this is day 1 of the professional season for North America. What up, everybody? Okay, here we go. I get launched a little bit there when I exited free cam. Looks like Leverage is going to be making a split play here this time. Bringing a couple tanks towards the C base, maybe more for reset purposes. And it looks like Jta's going to be bringing the IS-7 into the same aggressive position that 707 did in the previous game. He may get spotted here by Ranger. He does. Ranger not getting spotted himself. Actually, maybe it was Darktronics who got the light, because he does get lit in return. Not 100% clear on that. However, we do see that sneaky double T100 LT into the B base grab. And Ranger getting spotted, taking a shot from Sherman, who actually doesn't get lit himself. Light's going to try to go for a bit of a defensive play here, but Sherman just going to get out in the nick of time. And Pafalupi actually trying to put a shot into I Am Light as well. Did I say trying to put a shot? He put in that shot. That's some good bleeds in the opening game. So well played here from Team Leverage. They are going to go to the A base. They've got those double E5s there. I would imagine that maybe they're going to be playing closer together. I don't really know what the purpose of the double tank is. They did put Steven in a sneaky position here. I didn't see if there was a boost here as well. I'm not really paying too much attention in the opening game, am I? But this is typically a position that the north spawn can use as kind of like a power spot against the south, but not often seen in this manner here, with Ponda in the south spawn utilizing it themselves. Jayta still the front of the Ponda team here, trying to get as many spots in as he can. He does light Ranger again. He's going to bail. Playmaker and Darktronics still lit themselves. They're going to stop anything from getting into the C base, and that is for certain. I don't see anything getting into C. Not only will I and Playmaker get the spots in, but if Ranger does decide to go back up top, which he isn't for now, it's a good place to get resets into the C base. This is something that I did when I played competitive. I was that light tank on the top of the base, or on top of this hill, trying to get resets on that base. Steven may light something here. He does so. There's 707 and N13 trying to sneak in that shot, spotting Ranger and Vano as well, so already getting lots of information for the Ponda team. He may be a little bit caught out here. He's going to take a shot in the side from 707. And it looks like there was a shot going towards 707 as well from the T100 LTs. And one bounces on 707. I think he realizes that there are tanks there. That doesn't stop him from putting another shot into Steven, though. And those T100 LTs not hitting the shots that they needed to. This is going to give Leverage a bit of a map control here, although Vanna will take another shot. Ponda is playing well defensively now, using those T100 LTs for ranged purposes. Look at N13 though now. He's taken the spot that even Steven once had. It's much easier to grab it from the north side than the south side. And Steven's basically stuck here. There's not really a good way for him to get out. And N13, who's very nicely held down, putting a lot of pressure on Ponda in this way. They're going to keep these T100 LTs in the back for some defensive purposes, but I don't see N13 taking too much damage from them. 707 has rotated out. He's actually not going to be there anymore, going back towards Leverage's own spawn, where they have stacked up a little bit more towards the northeast corner. I'm guessing that's where 707 will go. Light will have the ability to push from there as well. It's just Ranger and Vanna who are pretty far back, and N13 who's a little bit extended, I might say. Now Pafalupi and Jayta kind of playing more towards the middle here, but they're quite safe. Lots of defensive options here from these double crons, and it looks like his Skip's getting blind shot. Skips has all of a sudden lost a lot of health. He's on half hit points right now, and I didn't see him getting spotted here. What's going on? 707 taking a shot as well. So it looks like Jayta is getting those spots in quite effectively. I am light. Very pretentious peek though, but he does get the shot in for free. And Pafalupi, who has now bled a couple shots of his own. Looks like Leverage is starting to get those nice bleeds in there. Nice shot there for Pafalupi though. Putting themselves within 1,000 hit points of Leverage at the moment, although the lead was pretty significant for just a minute ago. And now look at Jayta though. Jayta's a little bit stuck. He's got E5 and Kronvon right behind him. It looks like, I like this. What N13's doing is he was preventing Ponda from getting any snipes in from this side of the map. Although Ponda will bring a couple tanks towards him. Darktronics is going to get right into the C base, and Ponda doesn't really have enough to stop this push here. Pagman's got to take a load of pain here. Playmaker driving right on in. He's going to put in his clip to Playmaker. 707 not even bothering with the pressure here. Pagman missing the shot. Leverage is now up by about 3,000 hit points here. They've grabbed the C base and they're at 800 points all of a sudden. Pagman's going to be doing his best to bail out. He needs to hit his shots here because he's going to go down. Might as well unload that clip. He's going to do so into Playmaker. But this is going to be a nice kill for Leverage. Down shot there from Darktronics actually. Jayta still trying to fight this little 1v1 here against Light. He's actually getting pushed out. He could get shot by Jayta. Playmaker does actually go down though. Pafalupi sneaking in that shot right before Pagman falls, and Darktronics taking a few bleeds here. Looking at the other side of the map though, if I can poke to I am Vano, looks like the T100 LT is trying to make a play here, but too many hit points on this side of the map. N13 gonna go for the kill on Sherman. Market Man falling down as well. And that's going to be a 2-0 win here. 2-0 lead for Leverage, I should say, as they hit 1,000 points. And a couple slower games here, admittedly, but I enjoy watching them. See how the two teams feel each other out in this first map. I think it's a good first one to play. Maybe the next map we'll see a little bit of a faster paced gameplay. We'll see. But I enjoyed watching that one. GG's there. Leverage is up 2-0 right now, so Panda is probably starting to get a little bit anxious, I would imagine. Well played there from 707 in the 2-1-25. I really like how they put N13 in the spot, kind of pushing Steven right on out. And then he just kind of became a point of weakness for the rest of the team. And even though he ended up surviving, it was just a really good way for Leverage to kind of just grab map control from Panda, corner them into their own side, and yes, we did see a few shots come in from Pafalupi, but it wasn't quite enough. We're going to be switching to Dynasty Pearl, so not really a super aggressive map. I mean, it is a very heavy-based map, so we could see a bunch of brawls here, but also not a terribly aggressive one, I might add. The only real aggressive thing you see is a fast cap of the B base, which you don't really expect when there's no light tanks played on this map. I can't remember the last time I saw light tank played on Dynasty Pearl in a competitive game. 45 seconds until the game here, and looks like Leverage is taking their time picking their tanks. Honda already set up with 4 Type 71s, 2 Krons, and a 60 TP. Potentially going for a seaside play with double Kron, but I mean, that tank can be used anywhere. It's not necessarily just about the haul down capabilities. It's just the fact that you have a nice autoloader that can play well with armor, so good tank to have, no matter where you go. Looks like Leverage is going to be bringing a couple of their own, with a mouse on top as well. I'm not surprised to see a mouse. It's a tank that does tend to come out in these super heavy maps like Dynasty Pearl and Yukon and Nube. But we will see it for the first time tonight. Here, game number 3 between Leverage and Panda. An IS-4 as well for Leverage, up 2-0. Tank that we've started to see again. It used to be the meta tank a couple years ago, has since fallen out of the spotlight, but with the recent 9.1 patch has gained a good amount of hit points back. Armor increased as well. That's a strong tank to bring in, especially for a heavy-oriented map such as Dynasty Pearl here. Like, this is as high as we're able to fly now. I can zoom out a little bit. It looks like Panda playing more towards the A-B area, so not actually bringing those Krons to C like I thought. Looks like we will see the Krons going towards the C side from Leverage, though. They may go for a quick C grab. They do like to take their base advantages when they can. Do see a couple spots over here on this side of the map. Looks like Steven sneaking a really nice one into N13 there. Really well played. They're actually going to go straight for Lightronics. I am Light, who is alone in the mouse. Looks like Leverage is going to rotate their Kron right back around. Ranger going to come right on in. But good bleeds into I am Light here. He actually misses his shot. Maybe he did hit skips. No, he did hit skips with that one. But a few missed shots here from Panda as well. And now here come in the Kronvons. 707 sneaking his way on in. There's I am Playmaker and Darktronics, and all of a sudden now it's a 5-on-4 right here. Wow, Floop, you're going to have to join the fight here. Panda's going to play aggressively in N13. Steven and Pagman, big shots into N13. He may go down soon. Yeah, Steven getting the first kill of the game right there on N13. Here comes the push, though. Counter push from Leverage. Pafalupi, who didn't do a very good job of blocking Playmaker. That's something that I think he should have done. Instead, they're going to focus down Darktronics, who's just trying to push himself as far in as possible. He gets taken out, and Playmaker's actually kind of alone against Skips here. Might take him a little bit more time to kill than he might realize. And so they're going to go for Sherman here. Whereas Panda trying to take out 707. Ranger picking up the kill on Skips. But J-Ta and Steven have rotated back in. They're here to defend. 707 goes down, and now we see a 3,000 hit point advantage here, nearly, for Panda, who got the quick opening play on Leverage, who did counter push, but it wasn't quite enough. Pagman turning, going to unload his full clip on Playmaker, bouncing the first shot, though. Marketman bouncing as well. It's going to be Pafalupi to pick up this kill as Pagman turns his attention to the mouse. It's another kill here. It's a 5-on-3, 2,000 hit point difference now, though, looking a little bit better for Leverage as they pick up another kill here. Vano and Ranger in those double Krons are quite healthy here. Steven's going to try to hold on the best he can against them, put a big shot in there. Vano's got his full clip here. It's a 2-on-4 scenario, but a few low hit point tanks from Panda can be taken out quite quickly. Marketman definitely don't want to peek that if Vano is staring. And Steven's just going to try to take this little one-on-one against Ranger here. It's a big shot right on in. Even if Ranger loads this last shell, he's not going to do much damage to him. Paffalupi sneaking that one in all the way from the side. And now it's a 1-on-4 here for Vano, who should be able to pick up the kill on Pagaman, who's probably looking to just unload his clip before going down. Nice tracking shot in there. And actually, Vano didn't seem to have a repair kit. He's going to get shot in the rear now, Marketman and Steven coming from behind. Here's Paffalupi with a full clip. And Vano's just looking to see if he can secure a kill on Pagman, but that reverse speed boost, very beautiful. He's going to be able to hide himself just fine. Tracking shot into Vano actually from the teammate. Going to keep his teammate alive. Beautiful play there from Ponda. Not that that one at the end mattered, but the aggression there on Leverage making them turn around, and then the quick kill on the tank that was left behind. Nice little 2v1 action there. Ponda equalizing. Really well played game there from Steven. I'm going to predict that he did top. He didn't. It was very close. It was actually Paffalupi with those 4 kills. But those two played extremely well. Very good counter push there from Leverage, but it wasn't quite enough. They had already hung light. And when they turned around to defend light, they hung another tank as well. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe it was Darktronics. I don't think it was. It wasn't Darktronics. But they hung a tank more towards the seaside. And that allows Ponda to equalize the set here nearly. If they're able to win this game as well, having an opportunity to tie things up 2-2, they're going to bust out a VK72, so another German super heavy. Leverage is going to keep the mouse. And Ponda bringing 260 TPs and no crons here on either side. We previously saw 2 on each, now going to none. Leverage instead opting for T125s, again bringing that tank out. We did see it work effectively for them on Castilla. I wonder what its use will be here on this map. I mean, it's a solid hull down tank. It's got some pretty good hull armor now, as well as the turret, so it could just be a nice brawler, no matter if you take it into the town or have it play hull down towards C, but of course the type can do that just plenty fine on its own. 260 TPs here from Ponda. They've got a big alpha damage advantage here. 2 600 alpha guns and a 640 plus tungsten. So very formidable lineup. If Ponda's able to pen their shots there, that could give them a very nice early opening. And even though the DPM may suffer a little bit because of it, sometimes putting those big shots in at the beginning is all you need to secure yourself an advantage that can snowball into a nice quick victory. That's the point of alpha damage, is to get those kills here. Now let's see it, guys. Game number 4 between Ponda and Leverage. Score is 2-1 in Leverage's favor, but Ponda definitely showing that they're in it just as well as Leverage is right now. Hey Wowbow, hey Nighthawk, hey Spooky, good to have you on here. Alright, game number 4. Again, best of 7 here, so we're going to be seeing at least 5 games here now that Ponda's on the board. We've already seen 3 of them. And this time Ponda's going to be going more towards the A side. Leverage doing the same, actually, if we fly up a little bit higher. Already lots of spots on the board here. Leverage putting tanks in the middle of the map, whereas Ponda not quite as committed as Leverage is here. They're still playing pretty far back. Steven and Paffalupi kind of coming in from the other side here, but Leverage is already quite committed. As you can see in the minimap, their tanks are much further forward. Ponda playing pretty far back here. Steven did get spotted on the outside. I'm not sure exactly what tank spotted him. Looked like he was just trying to get some shots in from there. But I believe I Am Light has not yet been spotted in the mouse. So potential blocking tank here to just cut Steven off from the rest of the battle. Leverage still playing pretty far forward. They have already put a shot into Marketman. 2 points pretty much dead even though. Lots of heavy tanks all around. That's what you expect to see. Shots being put in. This one going into Jta from Ponda. So good opening bleeds here from Leverage. Of course, very mechanically solid team. They are the highest win rate team statistically. And it looks like already tons of shots being put in. Marketman taking some shots. And now it's actually going to be a quick push onto the tanks on the outside here, but Ponda's got plenty of tanks of their own to fight. But Leverage has got a very big advantage here, 6 tanks to 4, and it looks like Sherman, Marketman, Jta still pretty cut off from the rest of the team. My goodness, it's very hard to do any sort of camo work just because of these crazy, oh my goodness, these crazy buildings. I cannot look through here. Looks like M13 did take a fall, so did JTAW. Yeah, I can't actually go backwards at all here, so this is the best I can do. Vano and Ranger actually quite low themselves, but they do get the pick on Sherman. Honda does have them surrounded in a 3-on-3, and another nice one in for Market Man, and Paflupi's going to be able to sneak in the kill. He's going to be the next target here from Leverage, though. Oh my. Down goes Vano and Paflupi, so a little bit of a trade there. Hit points are even, and actually so are tanks. A little bit of an advantage here from Leverage, but not a big one, but they do have all 4 of their tanks almost ready to play, like a little bit far back, and he's going to be trying to put shots into Steven here, it seems. Whereas the rest of the team kind of split between shooting Pagman and shooting Market Man here, but 707 actually finding himself in the middle of all 4 Ponda tanks. He's going to go down quite quickly. Darktronics is going to have to put 2 shots into Market Man to pick up the kill, unless he max rolls this one. He's going to take some big shots as well. Now Playmaker's actually found himself isolated against 2 Ponda tanks. Pagman getting the kill, and all of a sudden it's a 4-on-2. Hit points again dead even. Light trying to sneak in the kill and Market, he does so. Hit points still dead even, but now there's 2 tanks on Light here, and it looks like Pagman and Steven may just go for shots on him instead. Whereas we watch this 1v1 between Darktronics and Skips, who does have the advantage. He's got the side of him. Steven sneaking that shot in, though, making it a 3-on-1. And we are going to see the equalizer here from Ponda. Light alone against 3 here. Of course, he's going to give it his all, but there's not really a whole lot you can do in this scenario here. Takes 2 shots, misses his on Skips. Unfortunate little last play there. Skip's missing the shot as well. Are we going to see a ram kill attempt? Steven already put his gun in the air. Light's given up. No need to continue fighting there. Prepared for the next game. Really good equalizing play there from Ponda. Although going down 2-0 initially on the map Castilla. Equalizing on Dynasty Pearl. Really well played there. 4.4k damage from Steven. Again, looks like the 60 TP putting in work, and he seems to be doing top damage every game here nearly. And Lighttronics doing well in the mouse, 3.7. You don't tend to see that from your German super heavies, but that's how it went this game. And now we're at a game number 5, and things are tied up 2-2. So we're going to see at minimum 6 games here. Maybe we will see that tiebreaker. Moving to Middleburg here, which is another fun map. This one can be aggressive. You could totally play aggressive on this one if you can go for a quick town control play here. You know, Middleburg does have 2 bases in the town, 1 on top. Of course, you could see aggressive plays on top as well. Tend to see light tanks playing all over the place on this one. Ponda going to be busting out a T100 LT. Looks like a couple types, a couple crons, and a Yo as well. So Paflupi busting out that Yo. First time we're going to see it tonight. Again, I always expressed how surprised I am that we don't see more of them. I do kind of understand it because, of course, the tank doesn't have a whole lot of armor. And this meta armor is pretty valuable. That's why you see the types and the crons, 2 tanks that have very strong armor. And the Yo, purely a damage output tank, really. Not a whole lot of armor, but damn does it put out that damage. Leverage actually be running 4 Kronvons here, something that I did not expect to see. In fact, Ranger not even running a T100 LT as he usually has been so far today. Instead, 2 IS4s and a 60 TP on top. So very interesting plays here from Leverage. Maybe they're banking on some of the heavy spawning up top and then using that to some sort of strategy here. Don't know exactly how it will go, but yeah, game number 5, guys. The pressure is starting to build a little bit here. Tied it up. Now, this isn't quite the tie-breaking game yet, but we are going to be getting there real quick. I'm going to go grab a water in just a second here. Here we go, guys. Game number 5 between Leverage and Ponda. Great set so far. That last game, a very close one. Looks like I can't fly super high on this map, unfortunately. This is as high as we can make it. Ponda going to be playing a couple tanks down low, but most of them up top. Leverage actually going to be bringing plenty of their tanks up top. Looks like they didn't have anything spawn high, so... Market Man did spawn high, though, for Team Ponda, somehow. Right, no, it was Light. I missed it. Light did spawn high for Team Leverage, but he's actually not going to spot Market Man as he grabs the base. Instead, Light putting a shot into skips here as the two get spotted by each other here. Market Man gonna try to fall back, but Light's gonna be able to put in another shot here, no problem. It's either Light or 707, one of the two, but we are gonna see a little bit of a fight up top. Leverage and Pond have both brought plenty of tanks up here, however, both have a couple tanks in the town as well. Pond up managing to grab the B base. Leverage still hasn't put anything into A. Maybe they're trying to make them think that there aren't any tanks in the town, but there we go. We do see the capture point occurring. And it seems to be pretty set up now. They've got their 2 crons on the outside. Very strong place for the tank. Are going to play playing hull down here. Leverage a little bit passive on this side. They don't really need to do anything right now, but double cap lead for Panda means that we will need to see a play from Leverage somewhat soon. The nice thing that Leverage has, though, is they have no T100 LT, which means they're going to have a much easier time pushing into the B base if they want to. Because it's not going to be easy for T100 LT to defend a push like that. Ranger is going to play up here. Step into the C base, and we do see the advantage there. Ooh, Steven taking an HE shot and a shell from Ranger as well. He's getting oppressed pretty heavily here from Leverage. But looks like heavy tanks are being spotted here, and 200 LT putting in shots from the rear here. Ooh, big one into skips, though. And Pond is just getting pulled out quite heavily here. Ranger's barely taken any punishment for stepping into the C base. And will Panda have resets? Ooh, Jta getting nuked here, getting into the middle here. Oh boy, what a play. Very interesting. Looks like Panda is going to go aggressively here, but look, Leverage is already ready to defend here. Market Man taking 1200 damage instantly. Playmaker getting the kill. Leverage is much better setup here in the top. Ended up bringing 6 tanks all the way up, and now it is just N13 in the town, and he's doing just fine over there. Leverage now up a tank, and Ranger's still pretty healthy in the middle of the map, finally taking a little bit of punishment. Skip's quite low. He goes down next. And really just Leverage out brawling here, waiting for the right moment, striking in the center. And not a whole lot else that Paffalupi could do about it. He's going to try to put in his clip, but no, he doesn't even have time. He goes down, and this is a steamroll here for Leverage. Holy cow, the hit points are not even close. 10,000 difference almost at this point. Sherman going to fall. Even though it's a 7-on-4, look at the hit points left on Ponda. They've got nobody above 500. Down goes Steven, down goes Pagman. Now it's just Sherman and Jtal left. They're both on a fraction of hit points. Down he goes, 970 points here. And there is Sherman. Game number 5, extremely in favor of Leverage there. They won that. Not only with 1,000 caps, but 9,000 hit points. Holy. What a change. Panda, who had plenty of momentum coming from those Dynasty Pearl sets, immediately getting shut down by a very well played game there from Leverage. They just really out-brawled on the top. Lots of early bleeds from Panda, and they just really couldn't stop Leverage from sitting onto that base. The IS-4, very strong tank hull down. Got all that armor on it. And really, Panda did not have an answer. They're going to be running the same lineup, though, pretty much. 3 types, the Yo, double Kron. Interesting plays here. Looks like Leverage will keep IS-4s. In fact, potentially bringing in a 3rd? Nah, Ranger's probably switching to a T100. That's my guess here. But, holy, 3 Krons as well, so they're going to keep that. Yeah, their lineup looks pretty much the same. They're going to maybe add an LT there. Yeah, there we go. So we will see both teams having an LT, so Leverage does have that rotational capability, but last game they didn't even need it. You know, the T100 LT from Panda, although, yeah, it could be useful initially in grabbing a base. Like, it didn't do anything that useful. It was sitting in the back trying to put shots in. When it comes down to the brawl, there's just really not a good place for the T100 LT on the map, Middleburg. You can grab your early cap lead and get some quick spots maybe in the opening, some cross shots, but other than that, not a whole lot of utility that Panda found for the tank. All right, 10 seconds left until the battle. Panda needs to equalize here with the win, of course. This is a best of 7, so Leverage will take it if they win this game. So Panda's going to have to equalize on the map that clearly Leverage has practiced quite extensively. That was a very clean execution that last game. Purple isn't a real team. Missed the first game against Apex. Oh my. Oh my. Hey here. Honda? Looks like they're going to be putting a couple tanks in the town again here. 200 LT not dropping immediately though. Ooh, 707 spawning up top. Interesting, interesting. So actually it looks like Leverage got rid of that 200 that they initially had. And all that Sherman gets at the beginning is those quick spots on one tank. They see IS-4 going up. And it looks like Ponda's just going to abandon that area with the 200 LT. Sorry, Sherman's going to abandon that area. Ponda will be bringing a few tanks up of their own. But again, if things go the way that they did last game, I mean, Leverage had a basically perfect play here on the map, or on the top of the map. And 707, who does grab the C base quite quickly. Gonna back right on off now. They're gonna set up a defense. They don't really need to make an aggressive play up here. Ponda's actually going to abandon. They realize that Leverage has tanks up here. They are going to mount a defense of the C base. Instead looking to play maybe towards the bottom of the map. And J-Tahu is pushing quite aggressively. Maybe going for that B base sneakily here. Ponda is gonna bring some tanks down. Doesn't look like they're willing to commit, though. Pegman, Steven, and Paffalupi all still up top. Not getting out of there, and he does spot I Am Light. So maybe Leverage is to think that Ponda has a few tanks up here, but really, they only have 3. Leverage could push this quite easily if they wanted to. They don't have to, though, of course. The capture points are in favor of Ponda, but there's plenty of game left to be played here. And by the virtue of the tanks that Leverage picked, having those IS-4s, they've got a 2,000 hit point lead here. Looks like Leverage is going to drop a few tanks as well. Mount a defense of the town. And Ponda losing out on that little advantage that they might have had pushing the town if they had done so just about 30 seconds ago. But now 707 and N13 both rotating into position here. Look at Vano here. They have very defensive position in the Kronvan, of course. Nearly invincible hold down tank. And he doesn't have to play forward. Instead, looks like N13 707 going to be spotting skips out here. So some good info from Ponda. Finally, we do see Ranger stepping into that B base, and J-Ta doesn't quite have a reset. And in fact, Ranger putting a shot into J-Ta. Grabbing the base at the same time. Well played, Ranger. And now, all of a sudden, Ponda's going to have to make a move here. Paffalupi getting spotted. He's actually down as well. Looks like Ponda has completely abandoned the top of the map. Bagman, the only one up there left. But they're going to have to make a play. But the really nice thing about having the top of the map controlled is you can get down very, very quickly. It looks like Playmaker and Light are going to try to stop anything from pushing through the middle of that area, though. You can see they have a little bit of a line of sight through the middle. If Steven were to drive forward, he could get himself completely clipped out there. But looks like Vano and Light are going to run into Pagman and Sherman, who have both found themselves up here. They're going to potentially go for a push on Lightronics here. This is a 2-on-2 scenario. Looks like we will see a counter push, though, onto J-Ta. No, he's going to go for the C base, but instead find himself getting shot by Ranger and by Korra, and Steven's not going to be able to save him. Korra's going to be able to pick up the kill here quite easily. Need to hit that shot. He does so, and now Ponda's stepping onto the B base, but we do see the caps do be stopped for the time being, but it's at 950, and all that Leverage really needs is a kill on Paffalupi here. N13 gonna get it. And Leverage wins. The play up top, not quite in time, didn't stop the C base enough. Leverage able to get a couple easy pickings there. And they're gonna take the game. Holy. GG's there. Leverage wins that one 4-2. Solid win to start off the entire tournament. Good job to Leverage. And Ponda, who looked really strong in Dynasty Pearl, but when it comes to those cap games, Leverage clearly has the finesse there. Ranger on top with 2k damage, played really well in the B base. Blading enemy tank when necessary, grabbing the base. And geez, Ponda just, even though they rotated back and forth, did not quite have enough to win the game. And there we go, 4-2 victory for Leverage over Ponda. GG's there. There we go. That is the set. And we can go ahead and swap to the in-game screen because we've actually got about an hour. Sorry, why did I say an hour? An hour in between games, an hour in between sets, but we've got about 20 minutes until the next invite comes out. So we're going to go ahead and just play some tanks, I suppose, in the meantime. I've mostly been playing the Borsig in the qualifiers. Do I continue doing that? Honestly, yeah. Let's just play the Borsig. But that's the set, 4-2. Actually, before we start that, maybe we can take a look at the rest of the tournament, see if any of the other games have finished. I'm sure that there have been a couple that have finished at least. Let's see. Actually, no. Only other set that finished is this one right here. So looks like Apex defeated Purple 4-1. Leverage defeating Ponda 4-2. Straight Elevate and Joker versus Origin still going on at the moment here. So we do see a nice little leaderboard, though. I do like this. This did not show up earlier, but now it's here. Apex and Leverage have already won their sets, and I guess we'll keep checking in between games and stuff just to see how things are going. But here we go. We can play some pub games now. Rip James, oh my. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't streamed in a while. I did take a break since the end of the qualifiers, so I'm a little bit out of it, guys. I'm gonna get back into it. I know that set didn't do the best job. I did what I could, but hopefully as the days go on, we'll be able to have a little bit better analysis of the games. And I do think overall, Honda really had some good brawling capabilities on Dynasty Pro, which made me extremely surprised that they just seemed so uncoordinated. Once they got to the top of the Middleburg map, it was just very strange to see that Leverage had completely dominated them there, because it wasn't like Leverage really had any finesse plays that game. They set up their defense on the top of the map and kind of just fell for it. I mean, Ponda fell for it, really. What's going on? Someone capping? It's gotta be the LTG, right? Or the Prague, I suppose. It is the Prague. Did he spot me? Shoot, he did. It's not good. I spot him, though. That's some good assistance damage. 1,200 assistance right off the bat. Holy. There we go. We'll take it. What are these? What is this enemy? Wait, they have another tank on the base still. The LTG is still there. What's going on here? Ah, HE does not quite go in. I was going to see if I could sneak an HE pen, but it didn't quite work out. What the heck is this enemy? Double cap on Middleburg? When was the last time I saw this? Yeah, these are some streamer teams right now. Streamer enemies. What is my luck? That's 3 tanks dead in 1:20. They do have a Scorpion and a T-28 Defender still alive, so I expect to take a shot here. There's the Scorp. What the fuck is this enemy team? What's up, Meissner? There's the T-28. Tyler and Lupus are both here. Rip. And down goes the Scorpion. What is this enemy team? What? Oh my. I mean, we take those, I guess. Create a group of commentators for Blitz tournaments. I'm the only one in English right now. What do you mean by create a group? Right now there is only one. We'll take that first game. I was not expecting it to be that easy. I was only half paying attention that game, I won't lie. Well, let's see, actually. Are any of the other sets through? No. Joker Origin and Straight Elevator still going on. According to the website, at least. I refreshed. They must be tiebreakers then. And they must be like slow tiebreakers at that. Okay, sorry guys, I'm answering some messages right now. I'm getting messaged a lot, but yeah, holy cow. Really good set to start off. I'm happy that we didn't see a 4-0 from either side. That was good. It looks like we're not gonna see any 4-0s here. Since, Ooh, Amarakton right off the bat, nice. Yeah, I mean, we saw Purple's set wasn't a 4-0, this set wasn't a 4, and the other two are still going on, so... Glad that we were seeing some competition here. That would have been a nice one to hit as well. And of course the email gets spotted after I fire. This is so sad. So they have a camping a mill. Very cool. We've got a Tiger 2 all the way over there who hasn't spotted anything. They are all just camping on this side of the map. I'm gonna play up actually. Sitting waiting for commentators so I don't have to suffer alone. I enjoy it. Hey, if I'm the only one, Tolyan, I mean, more views for me, I guess. I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm totally cool with that. How are you, by the way, Tolyan? Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate that. It's called James Enemies True. Okay, so their Smasher just fired, so I shouldn't have any problems putting this one in. As long as it goes straight, that is. Which it does. Good. Shouldn't get spotted either because I'm in the bush. Very nice. Yeah, they still have that Smasher back there, so I'm kind of nervous, but I can do this without getting punished. Nice roll as well, 730. Now, I don't want to peek any further. Yeah, I'll let the E75 spot. That's a good idea. That tank, plenty of armor to do so. There's their mill. Nothing on the ISU. There's the Borsig. He's got Spall, unfortunately. May have time to play. I think we're talking about streaming. I am totally cool with doing streaming alone, though. I do not mind. We gotta go for it, y'all. We left him on one, but what was that? What was that? Oh, that's goofy silly. Someone clip that. Not bad. Not bad shots for a Borsig. You kidding me? Oh, by the way, I busted this out earlier. I actually got this last year from Wargaming. Look at this. Oh, you guys probably... It's not going to get picked up because green screen. But look at this, guys. Remember, this is what they sent me last year. The little Blitz Cup. This is what they're fighting for. The Blitz Ultimate Cup. Tolyan, last year they sent the streamers these things. You gotta... You gotta hook me out with the good stuff. Look at this, guys. It's beautiful. I feel like the webcam is gonna like cut it off any second because of the virtual green screen. But like that is beautiful. You guys go. Amazing. Gotta bust that out. Look at that. Okay, very cool. We'll play one more game. One more game and then we're gonna get our invite. No, we can actually fit in 2. Because the game starts at 10:04. That's in 14 minutes, so we're good. Yeah, so the next set we're gonna be watching is Leverage versus Ponda. Also, I should probably refresh the brackets again. I'll show you guys after the game. Yeah, Templar, the thing is, though, is like, it's people that actually stream. Like, there aren't really that many people that actually stream that would do this stuff. And then, I mean, I could randomly just assemble a random group of friends, but I don't think the quality would be the same. Did I get spotted? I did. I'm actually quite sad about that. There you go. So our team pushed all the way through the other side, so that's quite safe. There you go. Good shots on their lightweight. I've got help from the T-34-2. Good. He's unfortunately not allowing me to put a shot in. Can sneak that one in, though. 800. Nice HE. And our team's looking really good. Urian Puzzle and Pokemon. Nice. I'll pretend I know what that is, but congratulations, dude. Holy. I should also check up on notifications. You know, I have to mute those so the stream doesn't get too loud and distracting. Oh, don't turn like that. I want to shoot you. This is the worst way for you to turn. Not poggers, bro. Nice. Streamer RNG. Yeah, that shot was kind of goofy. Okay. Surely all the sets are done by now, right? Surely all the sets are done. First stage. Yes, okay. So, looks like this is how things are after the first set. We did see Game 7. Joker beating Origin 4-3. I would love to see that set. That would have been awesome. Honda Leverage we saw. Purple Apex we already heard. And Straight beating Elevate in a 4-3 victory here. So Elef playing Leverage just next. They have a chance to go 0-2. That would not be a good start for them. And Leverage would have an amazing start if they're able to beat Elevate and have a quick 2-0 lead to start things off. Very nice. And I give Boris a thumbs up. My Triari brother. Play one more game here. We've got time. You clipped it? Thank you. What's up, Chief Cameron? Welcome to the stream. Max as well. Nice cup. Yes, thank you. I'm a fan of it. Have to bribe me with better gifts than the people from last year? Yes. That's what I stream for. It's the only reason. Not because I love competitive. I love streaming this stuff. That's not why I do it. I do it because I want to be sent a cup. Well, yeah, Templar, the other thing is having competitive experience is good. Like, if the average person just started covering tournaments, they don't really have the knowledge that makes the stream, like, you know, good. Not saying that you're weren't a good streamer, but having the competitive knowledge is something that's pretty useful, and that's something that I think is helpful. Even though I haven't played competitive in a good few years, I was on a team. I was on like purple team, Pramo team, uh, TK who slash Unique, who was the Pramo team who split off from the clan. I do have that experience, which is useful. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for something. Maybe not, because my team's seeming to be sitting around and doing not a whole lot. Oh my. Oof. P28 defender made a mistake there. Their prog hasn't moved yet. Is he HE-able? This guy HE-able? 2 HEs to start off the bat. I've got some James enemies. What's going on? I never have this in my streams. I think it's because Tolion's here, to be honest with you. Tolion, are you giving me the enemies like this? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is great. I'm so happy. Help out my VK100 homie there. Where's their housing at? Stipuid, he says. Max roll. Their housing is AFK. Elif will never go O2. Let's go, Bino. That's the spirit. Good luck. Good luck this next set, man. You got this. I believe. Don't have a shot on him. My opportunity here is to see if I can sneak one into the housing briefly. No, my shot just went like... I don't know where the shot went, to be honest with you. I didn't move my reticle, it was right on him like that. I went into third person so I could see through the cover better. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I didn't need to do that. That's fine. All good. GG. And again, y'all, if you are new to the stream, please drop a follow. I should go ahead and read those if I got any. Looks like Ari, who dropped a follow. Appreciate you. Illusion of Progress as well, so thanks to both of you for following today. So I wasn't able to read them. I keep them quiet during the tournament streams, which means that I can't really notice them when they occur. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just wait here. It's not worth starting another game just because there's a good chance that I could miss it. Miss the set. First game at least, but the stream, which would not be good. Go ahead and grab my missions. Looks like I had something else as well down here. Also, y'all, something that I didn't expect Wargaming to do that they did. They brought back the gift shop, guys. You can gift things now. I think all the deals that are for cash right now. Let's see. This one's for cash. You can gift it. This is for gold. It doesn't look like you can. So I'm guessing pretty much everything that's cashable you can gift. Let's see. This is for gold. You can't gift it, but this version for cash you can. So there you guys go. When they initially added the gift shop, they actually gifted the IS-6 Fearless. You could buy someone the IS-6 Fearless. So what people would do is they'd make an alt account, and then they'd buy themselves the Fearless. Because before they did that for the gift shop, it was an unobtainable tank that you could only get through the player-run Clan Wars event on North America server. That was the only way that you could have gotten the tank. So back then, there were only, I think 100 of them on the server. 200 of them on the server max. And those were just the players that were in those clans that won in Clan Wars North America tier 10. So there were only a couple hundred on the server, and then the fact that you could just go ahead and buy one in the gift shop was kind of nuts. Looks like we're going to be watching Elv on the left and Leverage on the right. Got it. Thought about using the Blitz cup to drink as it were a normal cup. I may or may not have already done that with a certain type of liquid that maybe I shouldn't discuss on stream. But yes, to answer your question, I have. Helsing or vampire? What's the vampire? Just that you can do it. Yes, Talion's take. She's putting me at ease. I don't have to focus on the gameplay because I get really easy games for free, like 3K 2.8, 3.8. First game didn't even matter. I was barely even looking, and we won that game. That's just how it goes. Okay, so we're about 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Again, I'm just going to wait till there's 3 minutes left because I have a 3-minute stream delay. So I don't want to give the teams information on what the training room is going to be like because then they could use it to cheat. And we don't like cheaters here. We ban cheaters. And so we're just going to be waiting. Again, 3-minute delay, everybody. And yeah. And share these some funny pics. There you go. Good enough. All right, and reminder mods. Hi, AJ, by the way. Prediction is set it for, I believe I think I put it in the mod chat on the server. So check out on the mod chat when to do the giveaway, or to do it, the prediction. 10:07. All right, we can go ahead and join. Looks like Elevate's already getting themselves set up here. Leverage taking their sweet time joining the room. They're getting that practice in. And actually, really quickly, before... let's see if... This is going to look awkward. I'm only going to do it for a minute. I promise. I just want to see what map this is going to be on. So we're going Yukon, Molendyke, Vineyards, Normandy. Okay, those are some fun maps. Yukon, Molendyke, Wintermelon, Normandy. Okay, very cool. Vexed, welcome to the stream. Keeping easiest channel points. Good luck, man. Good luck keeping. Good luck, Bino. Wait, Bino, are you not playing? Welcome, everybody. Going all in on us? Yes, guys. I love the confidence. So Yukon's a 4-cap map. This is a fun one. Very rotational based. You tend to see some super heavies on this one every now and then. Fighting in between the B and C area, mostly towards the A side. And that's where your big brawls do tend to go down. But not always. There's plenty of ways that you can play this map. Typically, the north spawn will grab the B base, south spawn will grab C, all that good stuff. Pretty standard play. It looks like Leverage has showed up to the fight. We're not going to see any forfeits like Purple did. And we'll see what tanks they bring out here. Right away, looks like Eleva is going to be busting out a Sheridan. First time we see it tonight. Not the first time we've seen it this tournament. We've seen plenty of them. 2 Krons and an E5 with 3 types to fill everything else in. Hoax, what's up? Good to have you. Stroke, Sam. Hello, hello. Leverage is still picking all their tanks out. Probably waiting the last second because they want to keep the stream information to a minimum, which is fair play. There is a 3-minute delay, so it doesn't really matter because I joined the training room with less than 3 minutes left. So the training room isn't going to give any information to the teams. But I mean, I guess I understand the idea behind doing it. They're going to be busting out a T100 LT Ranger, of course, always the light drink driver for the team. And the Kronvons will be coming on out here. So they pick the rest of their tanks. They have 20 seconds to do so. Again, best of 7 every single game for this round robin phase. So for the next 6 days, they're all going to be best of 7s, which I'm happy for because it means we get to see a lot of games here. 7 games maximum per set. And Hoax negative better ready up. There we go. And here we go, guys. Game number 1, Leverage versus Elevate. Elevate with one of my favorite logos. It's just nice and simple, but I think it's really clean. Doesn't look amazing with the red background, but if I do this, I don't think it's going to look much better. I can put that back there, but I think it's fine how it is. The black separates it nicely enough. I think we're okay. And here we go. Game 1. Leverage Elevate. Again, best of 7. Elevate heading more towards the D area potentially. They've got their Sheridan sneaking for some quick spots here. Leverage going to send a Ranger in the symmetrical spot. Are we going to see some blind shots? Ranger shooting a blind shot into Correct Canadian, but for some reason Correct was not looking to do the same. I'm surprised. It's a pretty easy play to make. Ranger doing it pretty well there. Very nicely done, but would have been very effective if the Sheridan were able to put in a shot, but no, wasn't quite looking. So Elev does grab the base advantage by sticking their tanks into B. The north spawn is a lot closer to B than the south spawn is to C, so that's not surprising. Oh my goodness, Jet's blowing up right now. Welcome, everybody. And already we're seeing plenty of bleeds in here. Rangers putting in a couple shots. One into Goblin, one into Correct Canadian. Good opening here for Leverage. They've got a very strong light tank driver on their team. Rest of the team kind of chilling for now. Looks like their Kronvons, both of them, are starting to get into position more towards the D side. No, Vano's actually going to rotate himself out. Unbreakable Heaven's sitting in that sneaky little bush. Leverage is actually going to be playing quite aggressively here towards B, taking a gamble that Elevates actually cut themselves off from the A side of the map, and they're just going to try to cut the map in half here, grab some more map control, and sit themselves right onto B. Look at this push here. Incognito, who spots up 707, starts to back up. He doesn't even know that Cora and Light are here as well. There's Cora spotted. And Cracked Canadian taking a big shot. He is now on half hit points already. Big weakness for Elevate already created, and they're going to make a push towards D side. Leverage has already gotten out of there, though, and look at these bleeds. Incognito's taking hits. Finally, some shots going into Cora, but Canadian's taking another. There is no reason for you to be bleeding so much right now. It's not worth it. Yes, you put in your shot, but you're already a one-tap for anyone. Leverage can easily send Rager in to get that kill whenever they want. We are seeing some bleeds back on Light in 707 there. Really nice reset of the B base last second. Leverage will fall off, but they do have the cap lead, though. They grabbed A base, and they stopped B just long enough. Elevate does seem to have a counter push here ready, though. Light and 707 and Cora all pretty low-ish on the hit points. Looks like Ranger may be going for a hunt here. He's caught Goblin Man now, who's going to be taking a few shots here from Vano and Ranger. He's getting himself farmed out very nicely. Holy cow, he was just full hit points a minute ago. Looks like the rest of this push here not going crazily well here for Elevate. 707 doing a good job of hit point sharing, and in the meantime, actually, Breakable Heaven and Cora double tapping Tiger. He goes down quickly, so does Hoax Negative. Still haven't gotten the kill on Light until just now, but they're already way down on the hit points. It is 5k to 9k. Big difference there. Ranger does get the kill on Goblin Man. And Crack Canadian, who is still alive but not in the fight at all. Ranger's just going to be sneaking those nice kills here. He's looking for the Sheridan. He's going to hunt him down, putting himself out of the fight. Down goes Cracked Canadian. Now it's just a 2 against too many. And it's just Seibu left alone against 5 tanks from Leverage. Really good play from Leverage, of course, with the aggressive gamble, cutting the entire map in half with those 3 tanks pushing right into the B base. Extremely aggressive play, and it worked out quite well for them. Of course, Ranger having some really amazing plays at the beginning of the game, putting great shots into Correct Canadian. And there was a Kronvan as well. I believe it was either Incognito or Goblin Man who also took a hit at the beginning, and really just snowballed from there. Nice dub there, getting the last kill with 998 points on the board. That's a quick game one, not extremely close. Leverage just dominating that one entirely. Of course, if we want to look at things from a historical perspective, Leverage is the is a much higher caliber team than is Elevate. But then again, both of them are in top 8 for a reason. Elev previously took Origin to a tiebreaker, which is the team that was not favored to win, but one of the favorites to win this entire tournament. Elevate took them to a tiebreaker. They could definitely do the same with Leverage. And here we go. So 1-0 lead for Leverage, but still plenty of time for Elevate to equalize. Last time we saw Leverage go up 2-0 early on, but then Ponda equalized. And as the spawns swap here on Yukon, we are going to still see a T100 for Leverage most likely. I don't see Ranger swapping out of it. But it looks like Elevate's going to be swapping out their Sheridan, realizing that maybe it wasn't so effective putting Correct Canadian in the T100 LT. He did not play particularly well last game, I do have to admit. We'll need to correct those mistakes that he made, bleeding so early. but I can see happening. 200 LT, a lot more low profile. It doesn't quite bleed as quickly as the Sheridan May. Buzzing out a T95 E6 as well. Not a tank that you see terribly often in these tournaments, but I do see it potentially being used effectively as a rotating heavy tank here on this map, which is a pretty big one, I do have to admit. Though I will say, if it comes down to a brawl, the gun is good, but it will quickly be focused out. It's big, it's very difficult to hide, and of course it's got no armor as well, so we'll see how it goes with the brawl. Leverage going to be busting out double crons again, and all the rest are going to be types and 1T100 LT to boot. Game number 2 here, Leverage versus Elevate. Here we go, game number 2. Elevate most likely going to be going for a quick base C grab. Most of their tanks heading towards the A side, it seems. Even the light tank going to be doing so. Looks like her Leverage is going to be doing something quite similar, actually. Triple capping the B base. Maybe they'll drive the tanks right through? No, they're not even going to bother doing that. But very quick grab of the B base. Of course, Elevate grabbing it alone with the T100, but they've put basically everyone else to the corner. 60 TPs a little bit further back, maybe for some sort of anchoring play. Canadian does get spotted, actually. Darktronics does sneak a shot into him. Again, Leverage with that early bleed on the light tank, potentially creating a weakness early on. Elevate does grab the A base, though, and Incognito actually quickly taking the A corner, which is a strong spot to grab. I see why they used the very mobile heavy tank. Shot into Cora as well. Maybe a low roll from one of the 60 TPs. They are both spotted in the middle here. And Leverage not playing quite aggressively yet. They've got some tanks ready for it. The Kronvons are going to be coming in. It's kind of a secondary support. Maybe waiting for Ellev to overextend a little bit here. There's no reason for them to do so. They do spot the Kronvons out, though. The hold down Type 71s will be a difficult target for the Kronvons. A nice shot in there from Incognito. However, Elevate does have another weakness already in the form of Goblin Man, who's taken a couple shots already. Cracked Canadian getting hit again. Looks like Ranger going to be trying to have a little one-on-one action here. Maybe Goblin Man or Gentleman will be able to turn around and put a shot in there. And you're pushing it pretty aggressively, but he's not overcommitting quite yet. 707 coming around here, and it looks like Leverage's goal here is to just try to trap Elevate in the corner. They're going to have to push out in some way. It looks like they may try to do so on the right side, but both Kronvons are ready to respond to this push. And look at the hit points on Elevate. They've actually got just as many as Leverage does, but that's only for the time being, though. All of these Kronvons are about to put in those shots quickly. Cebu taking a ton of damage here. Breakable Heaven's going to try to put another one in. No, he misses, actually. Him and Vano are now out of shots. That's going to allow Elevate to get a nice kill on Light, who misses the shot. Actually, very good push here from Elevate. Very effective. They're going to bring Darktronics back in. But Tiger is going to come around from behind as well. A couple tanks are traded. Gentleman actually going down off screen here. So Leverage does have the advantage. They stopped the B base, stopped the C base. Looks like they're going to step into A as well. Ranger does win the 1 versus 1 against Cracked Canadian. And even though the push was looking really good for Elevate now, things are starting to get a little bit scary for them. They do have the hit point lead, but they're down on the tanks. And Darktronics bouncing the shot from Hoax negative. Tiger should turn and see if he can put one into Vano here. No, instead Incognito trusting to get that last shot. Instead, Hoax negative going to be focusing on Darktronics along with Tiger here. Very good play there. However, down goes Goblin Man at the same time. Capture points now. Leverage is going to have all of them. They do have the hit point advantage. It's a 3-on-3 scenario. It's actually very close. But Ranger taking another big shot, though. He's a one-tap. Though all Leverage needs to do now is run. They've got 700 points, 3 bases, and it's going to be difficult for Elev to make a play on any particular one. Cora, who isn't quite spotted yet. There he is now. Hooks knows that he's there. Puts a shot in. Incognito and Tiger not able to put one in from behind, and Cora's actually going to try to take this one-on-one here. He only needs to pen one more shot if it's a decent roll. He takes one from Tiger. No, he rolls low. Hoax picking up the kill here, and now actually an advantage here for Elevate. And Ranger's just doing his best to hide away. 707 doing the best he can. But no, actually, Tiger picking him up off camera. Incognito going to sneak another onto 707. Now the points still in favor of Leverage, but it's not going to matter at this point. It's a 3-on-1 scenario. 707 did put his shell in. And a nice clutch there from Elevate. They actually do equalize 1-1. Beautiful plays there. Very close game. But Ranger was 2 low hit points at the end. That was a big max roll that was put into him. Honestly, 95e6 went hard that game. I will not lie. 5.5k damage. Well, if anyone was questioning if that tank is viable and competitive, there's your answer. It can work. Beautiful. Wow, what a play there from Elevate, clutching it up there with a nice little 3-on-3. Was it a 3-on-3 or 3-on-4 that they clutched up? It was beautiful, whichever one it was. Very nice carry from Incognito. And Team Elevate's got to be feeling real good right now. Also, Bino, since you're in the chat here, you're in the clan. Who is the caller for Elevate? That's something that I'm actually not familiar with. I don't really know anyone in that clan, other than I know Keeping, sort of, but not particularly close with anyone on the team. Would like to know some good context that I could have, so if you could let me know, I would appreciate it. We're going to move to our next map, Molendyke, which I previously showed. It looks like they are going to bring that Sheridan back out. Cracked Canadian did play a little bit better last game, of course. He didn't bleed out right away, and even though he lost the 1v1 to Ranger, I mean, Ranger is one of the best light tank drivers on the server, so not necessarily something to be terribly ashamed of. But Elevate, of course, picked it up in other ways, and really nice 3v3 clutch at the end. They're getting those kills when it mattered. An unfortunate low roll from Korra, which definitely changed things. If he'd gotten that kill, that could have made the entire game totally different, but that's how the game goes. Elevate busting out 2 60 TPs, 2 Crons, 2 types, and of course the Sheridan that we previously talked about. Leverage switching it up a little bit, not too much though. Keeping those 2 Crons. But actually, Vano not running one. Vano's been running a Cron quite a bit this tournament. He's not going to be running one. They will run a nearly identical lineup, though. They've got the double Cron and the Sheridan, same as Elevate. And here we go, game number 3. The set is tied 1-1 right now, so things looking pretty good for Elevate, all things considered. They definitely have a shot at winning this one, and that would be very useful, because of course Elevate does not want to go down 0-2 on day 1. That would hurt quite a bit. Would not be a good thing to have. Molendyke, of course, a symmetrical map. 3 caps. You can really make the same play on either side of the map, and for the most part, it'll work. A couple nuanced differences in the spawns, but other than that, things are mostly the same. Elevate going hard towards the C base, even bringing their Sheridan a little bit further out. But Ranger taking a more aggressive position, going for those early spots. Will he find anything? Looks like he wants to see if there's anything that'll step towards the B base or more towards the A side, but he's not going to find anything. And Cracked Canadian, who's in his little camping spot, but he hasn't driven forward enough to get anything on Ranger, who puts a blind shot into the area. Really good awareness from Ranger. Fortunately for Cracked, though, he is far back enough so that he doesn't have to worry about getting that blind shot into him. Elevate will take the early cap lead. No, actually, Leverage triple capping the A base. No, but the reset there. Is that a blind reset? No, Darktronics was spotted, actually. He is lit. That is going to allow Elevate to briefly, barely take the cap lead there from Leverage, although it's very close. Still set up mostly in the town. Leverage have grabbed A, and they are rotating all the way back. They've already got plenty of tanks ready. Ranger, Light, Breakable Heaven, and Vano all ready to rotate towards the seaside. The question is, what will Elevate do from here? They've rotated their Sheridan back towards the seaside. They're ready to receive a push here. I am a little bit worried that they're cornering themselves a little bit. If Leverage were a little ballsy, they could push right into Elevate spawn and potentially surround Elevate and pound them into the town. However, that's not what we're going to see. Instead, Cracked Canadian going to be spotting 3 different tanks from Leverage, and I Am Light taking a massive beating. He's already down 1,000 hit points, and Leverage is bleeding right off the bat. They still haven't put any shots into Elevate, but they've taken a good couple thousand themselves. And Elevate just seems to be ready for the push here. And Leverage still going in, but 707 taking big hits. Breakable Heaven starting to take some as well. I will say, though, that Incognito is a little bit caught out from the rest of his team, though. Cracked Canadian and Hoax Negative not really able to support it quite well, and already he's taken 2,000 for it. Vano getting himself in here, and he'll be able to pick up the kill with Dartronics here. Double tap there. So Elev, despite having a really good absorption to the push, do hang a tank quite quickly. Vano is pretty low, so he's going to have to find himself a little bit far back. The Elevate's going to bring their Kronvons in, but big shots into Seibu, though. 1,900 2k damage. Double Krons from Leverage just cutting off the tank from coming through the middle. That was a very intelligent play there. They both empty their clips, but they've already picked off 2 kills now. Hoax is going to be able to sneak one in on Cord. No, missing the shot. And Elev playing a little bit sloppy right now. Goblin Man's going to have to pick up the kill here, but they're already down 2 tanks. Now they're back down to 2 tanks again. Gentleman's taking 1,400 here. The Kronvons are just putting in damage so fast. You give them an opportunity to reload their clip, they're going to do significant damage. Light misses his shell. Breakable's just waiting to reload his clip. He's going to put in 2. Take some big shots of his own, though. Tiger should be able to pick this one up. He does so. It's a 4-on-4, now a 3-on-4. And the hit points all of a sudden, after all is said and done, Goblin Man, no, missing the shot on Vano. You needed to hit that one. That's pretty big. It's now a 4-on-2 scenario. However, Tiger does have plenty of shells, but Ranger with a huge HE. Either that or a near max roll on Cracked Canadian. He's doing his best to see if he can pick up a shot here. Is he going to hit Vano? No, missing the shot on Vano, and that's just going to allow him to get picked off by Ranger again. And that's a 4-on-1. Very sloppy play from Elev, I do have to admit here. They were looking really good at the beginning, receiving the push from Leverage, but they just kept going at it. Putting those 2 Kronvons down that corridor to shoot anything that would cross between. Getting the pick on the Elevate tank that did it. I did believe that was Seibu. And that changed things dramatically. Elevate just really hung their tank out in the corner incognito and did not have any response to the push, even though initially things were looking really good for them. Leverage were down 3,000 hit points, but still had enough to make the push. Ranger with 4k damage there in the Sheridan, putting in that work. So Leverage going to take the advantage, and I'm sure Elevate's kicking themselves this time. They had a really good opening to that game, but were not quite able to finish through. Everything fell apart with a little bit of pressure. Spawns will swap, and we're seeing some interesting tanks here, y'all. We're going to be seeing a Badger, a Batchat 25T, a 2-5V. We haven't seen any of these tonight. In fact, I don't think we've seen a Badger this entire tournament. And here we go. Elevate going to be busting out the crazy strats here. Another Batchat? 2 of them? What's going on here, guys? We're going to be seeing some fancy stuff here. Do fancy plays work against Leverage? I guess we're about to find out. They're going to need a little bit of finesse here to crack the egg, the impenetrable fortress that is Leverage. Although, I will say, after that game 2, Leverage has shown that they can bleed. Will this be the play that will equalize things, though? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how they're going to use double Batchat and a Badger. Like, is that a quick cap of the A base? I feel like the types can get there quick enough to prevent that from happening. Is it a quick cap of B? That's dangerous. I don't know if I'd see that happening either. And where are they putting the Badger? Is this a town play? If it's a town play, I feel like the Batchats are not going to be very useful there. They've got something planned, some sort of gimmick. Maybe they're bringing them through a bridge or something, or maybe it's a quick push over the B base with the Badger to anchor. I really don't understand what's going on here, guys. I'm excited to see what happens. Maybe I'll understand the thought process a little bit better. But, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Oh, man. This is nuts. This is nuts. Holy. Here we go. Game number 4 about to begin. Leverage does have the advantage. But this is not the match point. Even if Elevate loses, they still... My English. They do still have the opportunity to win the set. Looks like the Batchats are both going to be sitting together in the light tank spot. I guarantee Ranger's going to blind shot one of them. There's no way he doesn't. They're sitting in an obvious spot. Ranger's been on point with his blind shots so far today. There's no way he doesn't take it, right? Where's Ranger looking? He's looking right there. No, he doesn't hit it. He was right. He was correct. But not hitting the blind shot. Looks like we are going to see Elevate go for the A base, but Leverage has already stepped onto C. They're actually going to push right through C. Then Unbreakable Heaven already in aggressive positions, and Gentleman in the 215B does spot them both. Batchats do grab A, but they are spotted. Looks like Correct Canadian is spotted. Ranger does have some vision here, and I think that Leverage knows that there are tanks missing from Elevate here. They're going to take some big shots here. Hoax Negative getting bled out very big. Double 60 TPs putting in massive shots, and he's already bled quite significantly. This should be an easy pick here for Leverage, and Hoax is going to do his best to drop, and Darktronics taking some big shots in return. Get your shot out, buddy. Shoot your shell. He bounces it. Instead turning to Tiger. Hoax missing his shot as well. Tiger should put this one in. He does so. So lots of fireworks going down right now. Gentleman trying to boost himself away. Maybe try to get a pick on Cora. Don't really know what the play is there. But Elevate's already dropped 2 tanks. Their Batchats are coming right on in, but I feel like it's just not enough. Vano falling. Maybe the double Batchat play is to see if they can get us some sneaky picks on 707 here. Seibu trying to push forward into light, but he's not going to be doing particularly well. Looks like we do see the double clip into Incognito, and Ranger himself is just kind of farming from the rear here. He's going to put a shot into Seibu. Nice shot there. I am like picking up the kill. That was a really sneaky one. It's a 4-on-3. Core is quite low. He does go down actually to Goblin Man. And the Badger. Looks like the Badger's been putting in some work. And now all of a sudden, Breakable Heaven realizing, oh man, I've got a 2-on-5B and a Badger to fight against. The 2-on-5B should be a pretty easy pick, won't lie. But now the double Batchats are coming in. They're going to see if they can put shots into Ranger, who's now a 2-tap. Canadian, if he can hit his shots, this will be a big pickup for them. Canadian hits it. There he goes, and the double Batchats maybe clutching it up a little bit. Goblin going to do his best to see if he can put in another shot to Lightronics before he falls. He does so. But the Batchats are here to pick off Breakable Heaven. 1 shot, 2 shot. Does the kill go in? Incognito bouncing the kill, but Canadian's going to be right in. And look at the hit point advantage, the mobility advantage. Canadian's just going to ignore Light, see if he can get the quick pick on Breakable Heaven. And look at this. The Batchats worked. Elevate with the sneaky plays, but they worked against Leverage. Holy cow. That was beautiful. I was very skeptical of those Batchats because, like, they were so far out of the game. Leverage had the quick push, but, well, they hung on just long enough for those Batchats to join the fight. And they've equalized again. 2-2. Wow. I love that. That is so good. Even though the Batchats didn't do amazing damage, it was the Badger who farmed at 4.9. It seemed that maybe Leverage just wasn't paying any attention to the Badger at all. He was just able to farm his way 4.9k and secure that dub. What the heck, guys? It was the goofy tanks for Elevate that won them that game, and now it's 2-2. We're moving on to Vineyards. This is a good map for Leverage, though. This is one of Leverage's best maps, I do have to say. They've got to be so relieved that they're at this map right now. And because Leverage beat some strong teams here. I'm pretty sure they beat Apex on this map. In the round, sorry, not in the round robins, in the qualifying phase. Their strat here is to grab a quick cap lead and then hold it. And Leverage has the north spawn. Now, last time, I believe they ran a double shot Yo. I think it was Lightronics with the double shot Yo and some other tanks, and they just grabbed the A-base quickly, had 3 tanks hold on to the A-base, and stopped the enemy team from making a push through, and just kind of scared them enough to win on caps. We'll see if that's what they run this time. Elevate going to be running simple tanks this time. T100LT, 2 Crons, 4 types. This is a lineup that we've seen plenty tonight. Leverage still setting up their tanks. Now they're actually going to be running a 50B now, so maybe that clip will be used to hold on to A. Not entirely sure, but 3 E5s. Very interesting. Surprising to see this lineup here for Team Leverage. We've seen them run a couple E5s with moderate success today, but 3 of them is a lot. And it looks like they may add more. The fact that Vano's in a T100 LT makes me think that, yeah, Leverage is going to run double lights here. I think what Ranger's going to do is going to go towards the encounter cap for some quick spots, whereas Vano's just going to go for a quick capture of the base. Interesting. This is so interesting. My goodness. This is an amazing set, guys. Top 8 today. This is already really good. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I hope that you all are as well. And Elevate going to be going with more of a play towards the AB area. And Gentleman's not actually going to go for a quick cap of the B base. Vano is stepping right through as well, going straight to the ruins. Ranger going towards encounter cap, kind of like I predicted. No, he's actually going to go right through and see if he can get a reset of the B base. This is something that we saw him do before, grabbing a lot of map control, not really spotting anything until Hoax Negative and Tiger finally take shot, or get spotted out here, and Hoax Negative taking some big bleeds there. So good opening game there from Leverage, but they will step into the B base eventually. Leverage is going super aggressive. Look at the E5s. Darktronic 707 getting right on in there. Goblin Man and Gentleman already taking big bleeds. Holy cow. Gentleman found himself completely caught out. He's already on a fraction of his hit points. I'm looking all the way over here. Sabu's getting bled all the way back here. Goblin Man as well. Double E5 stepping right into the B base, and Elevate do not have a response to this. The Kronvons need to turn immediately, but Cracked Canadian already on half hit points. Breakable Heaven should be able to farm him from here. 707 and Vanaho have already cut off the rest of Elevate's team. This is looking very scary. We do not tend to see these aggressive plays from Leverage, but they have already run the strat once and it worked with quite good success. Vanaho somehow getting picked off on his own there. Don't really exactly know what happened to him. It was on camera, I wasn't quite looking at it, but Cracked Canadian still alive. Darktronics needs to pick up the kill here. The HE not quite getting there. And Cracked Canadian still alive. Cora's going to have to burn a shot, but at the same time, Goblin Man, Darktronics fall as well. It's a 4-on-5, big advantage here for Leverage as they have the tank. Also, the 50B is just farming, really without any worry of being shot at. He's just trying to put in those shots the best he can. He's going to see if he can pick the kill on Tiger E100. Doesn't get it, but Sabu falls as well, and we do see big advantage here. Incognito finding himself surrounded by 3 Leverage tanks. Ranger picking that one up as well, and they've got a significant advantage here. Yep, it's just a 5-on-1 straight up. Aggressive plays from Leverage, not something you do tend to see, but they will take the set advantage once again. It's been going very much back and forth here between the two teams, but Leverage with a very convincing win here by over 5,000 hit points. At the end of it here, Hoax Negative puts in his last shell. That will most likely be it. Maybe one more. He does get one more. Well played there, but holy cow. A very aggressive game from Leverage, taking that one. They are now at match point here, and Elev will need to get something together, as they do face losing and going 0-2 for the day. That would not be good for Elevate. It looks like Vano's offline. Did he crash last game? It's entirely possible, I suppose. He did go down, and I was surprised to see him go down. Leverage did have a pretty good presence over there. That would make sense to me. Very interesting. Okay. Spawns do swap. Now Elevate having North. They're going to be bringing a Sheridan of their own. Will they make the same play that Leverage did? Doubtful. Leverage will keep those E5s, though, it looks like. A minute left until the games begin. And I mean, they worked very well as an aggressive tank. Leverage was just looking to get a quick kind of grab of the B base right from Elevate's face, and they didn't have enough tanks to support. Their 2 Kronvons were too busy looking on the outside of the base. They didn't quite pay enough attention, weren't able to support in time, and although Elev hung on for a lot longer than I thought they would in the B base, ultimately once Ranger got in there, it was all over. There wasn't really anything else that they could do about it. So GG's there. And here we go. Elev needs to step up. It's do or die for them right now. Again, everyone who's in there for the first time, I would appreciate the follows. I will be streaming the rest of Top 8 every single day, hopefully, if things go as planned. And would love to have you guys by another time. So please drop a follow if you would. I would really appreciate it. 20 seconds left until the battle. Again, this is the last set of the day, by the way. We're going to be watching 2 sets today. Tomorrow we will watch 2, and then Thursday we will watch 3 sets. So that's going to be a little bit of a longer stream than this one today. And here we go. Elevate's do or die situation here. Going down 0-2 on day 1. Very hard to fight back from. It's not impossible, but it's certainly a challenge. Especially considering how strong Top 8 is this season. I mean, I won't say that Elevate's weak, but all the other teams are just so good. You know, you've got the 5 teams that are considered the best: Leverage, Apex, Joker, Origin, and Ponda. And then the other 3, Purple, Straight, and Elev, are typically seem to be a step down from the rest. And I mean, Elevate's done very well so far. I mean, they've taken Leverage to a tied set twice. And although they've dropped now, they're still doing plenty fine. Correct Canadian getting the A base. I like how Hook's negative. Ooh, the nice little hit point share. Saving Correct Canadian from getting reset, actually. Really clever play there. And Ranger totally would have had the reset if it weren't for that sneaky play. Leverage is going to aggress here, though. 707 already pushing forward in the T125. This should be an easy shot from Goblin Man. He's going to put it in. Boom, that's 1,000 damage into 707 immediately. Looks like Incognito might have snuck one in as well, and he seems to have overextended quite a bit there. Elevate does actually have a good amount of presence here after all. Maybe Leverage didn't quite notice it at first. They've got pretty far forward, but Elevate's got a pretty solid defense mounted here. 6 TTP's doing a good job of locking down things from pushing over before is appropriate. Ranger's going to rotate back out from the ruins. My guess is that he's going to be playing more towards the B base, and maybe even grabbing C right away. He will most likely win against Correct Canadian in a 1v1, as we have seen in the past, but also Correct Canadian's running a Sheridan, which doesn't quite beat a T100 LT in a straight-out 1v1. Good bleeds from Leverage. They put a few shots into Cebu and Goblin Man, but Light taking a couple of his own. Hit points in favor of Leverage by quite a bit, though, and Cebu can't really back up. He's just trying to sit in the dip as best he can. And Elevate doesn't really have a great defense right now. Not nearly as strong as they were a moment ago. Looks like Leverage's push is being quite effective. Cebu is taking lots of bleeds from all over. He took 1,000 very quickly. 707 putting another one in. He is now a one-tap. Looks like Breakable Heaven should be able to pick up the kill. He does so. Elevate's already down a tank and 5,000 hit points. This is a tough one to come back from. Cracked Canadian going to find himself in the 1v1 with Ranger, missing his shot actually. Getting lit on fire. This is not looking too good for Cracked Canadian. Had himself a little bit of a rough night tonight, I must say. Not like Ranger, who's had a very awesome night. He's been making a lot of plays for the team today. Putting his shot in, going for a track play as well. Oh my goodness. Leverage is completely choking the entirety of Elevate here. They picked up the kill. They have now surrounded Incognito and Tiger. The 260 TPs not performing as well as they had hoped to. 707 does take another hit. Maybe Tiger will be able to pick up the kill. He does so, but it's much too late for Elevate at this point. This is going to be another 4-2 win here for Leverage as they have surrounded Hook's negative. About to pick up the kill. Gentleman as well falling. And there's only a little bit left now. Down goes Hoax. Goblin Man finding himself in a little bit of a 1v1 here against Breakable Heaven. Will the team respect the 1v1? Doesn't seem so. Breakable doesn't need it, though, to be honest with you. Tiger going to fall to Korra. Will Vanna be able to sneak in a shot? I don't see it happening. Respect the 1v1. Come on, Korra, hit it. No, Korra missing the shot. His teammates needing to bail him out from that perilous 1 versus 1 where he surely would have died otherwise. There we go, guys. 4-2 win for Leverage, who are now up 2-0 in the set count today. Very nicely done for them. They played extremely well, beating Ponda, who is another top 4 contender as well as Leverage. Also having a little bit of a break, not necessarily in terms of ease, but compared to the rest of the teams, you know, Elev not the favorite to win this one at all, and I'm not trying to disrespect them in any way. Again, I think all these top 8 teams deserve to be here, but Leverage is a completely different caliber, and it's nice for them probably to get a little bit of breather after that close set against Ponda. So well played there, Ranger 3.8. Definitely made the plays for the team today. And GG's for Leverage. RIP to Elevate. And let's see if we can pull up the rest of the brackets right now. See if anything's done. Looks like not everything is done. We're just waiting on Ponda versus Joker. So that's exciting how that set's going to tiebreaker potentially. But let's take a look anyway at how things are going. We'll go ahead and get that on set up here. And here we are. So it looks like Apex played against Straight and they 4-0'd them. We watched Leverage defeat Elevate 4-0. Purple taking 2 games off of Origin, but not quite enough to win. Origin going to take that, and we do still see Ponda Joker playing. Will we wait for that one? I don't know if we want to wait for that or not. I mean, I'm sure it's a good set, but at the same time, I have no idea how long it's going to go on. And that might just extend the stream by a long time. I'll play one battle. I think that'll be a good idea. And then afterwards, Give it a check, and if it's not done, we'll probably just end the stream anyway. It's fine. I don't jinx the team, man. It was a good set, though. I'm very impressed with Elevate. They equalized twice. Really nice play there. I especially like the fun double bat chat. I will admit, I was a doubter. But I'm very happy that we saw it work out for them. That's really cool. Very fun. GG's. But yeah, this is an awesome top 8. And if this is just the day 1 of the tournament, then we are in for a treat, guys. We are in for a treat. I know previous skills weren't the most entertaining. We didn't really see any competitive sets other than when Leverage and Apex somehow got matched against each other in the very first previous skill rather. But other than that, I mean, wasn't terribly competitive, but you know, that's just how it is, I suppose, in the qualifiers. Now, if I can sneak something in on the Dracula in the opening, that would be very nice. Nice. I did get lit, though, and that makes me worried if there are tanks up here that can punish, but it doesn't seem like there are. They would have shot me by now. I think that their tanks just straight up went, like, more town area. I can catch this guy out before he gets away. That would be quite good. You get another HE in? Yes! Oh, great start, great start. I love on top, are we watching the same thing? Damn, AJ toxic. Toxic. Oh, I'm messing, of course. This is a good opening, though. Yep, and they got someone right on the cap. Ah, this is not for me. This is not for me. My team is not here to support. I'm just gonna go in with the rest of them. That would get me killed. You have the big dump, man. Man. Beautiful. I feel bad if I blocked the SU. I don't think I did, though. I think he was just slow. He lived anyway. He's fine. We'll help that guy, no problem. Leave him on 1. That's a second tank we left on 1 today. That's kind of goofy. Their mill's right over there, so I don't really want to peek this quite yet. It's fine, now I will. Ooh, that's an SU. He missed. We're just too good. You streaming tomorrow? Don't know. That's a Tolian question. Tolian, you still here? Nah. I don't get the brackets until like a couple hours before. Even though they're released plenty in time in advance, Tolian's just too busy right now, unfortunately. It was a nice 4.6k game to end the stream on. Holy. We had some great games in the Borsig today. Did we reach 67%? That's what I want to know. We might have reached 67%, guys. I've been sitting at 66.99 for a while because I haven't been playing any pubs. We might have hit 67 just now, y'all. Get to witness it with me. Nice carry of the team there. That was beautiful. Oof, their team sucked. We outdamaged them combined. Rip the Draken STA also. Did we do it? No, not quite. That's fine. Alright. I'll refresh the page, see if we've got the set completed. No, it's still not done. Still not done. Maybe in-game is updated and the other one's not? Or the website's not? I don't know. Joker. Still playing. We all started at the same time. It's not like previous skills where people were just starting at different times. I'll give it like a little bit. Also, thanks to Gex Seeger for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. I can turn the notification sounds back on. Is the set over? Okay, still not over. Whatever. So that's what you guys are going to get. I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. So yeah, we're going to set the raid on up. We're going to do the raid right about now. So whoever I just raided, if you guys click on the raid, join it. I think it might join you actually automatically. But you'll get to join another streamer as they watch, or as they play games, and you can watch them, I suppose. And you earn channel points on this stream for raiding them, so that's all it does. It sends you over to someone else. But that's it for me, guys. That's about it. All we're going to be seeing today. So I will catch y'all tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock Eastern. I don't know who I'm going to be watching again because that has not yet been released, but I'm excited for this top 8. I think it's going to be very competitive. So as always, stay safe and happy tanking.